What's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I am one third of your Nomad Gamers. Hey, we've made it to another Tuesday. It is another week upon us. It is a very rainy day here at the Shire. Uh, had some pretty heavy rains all day today. Had massive winds yesterday. And if you were watching my stream yesterday, you would have known that because I got cut off at about hour 1.5, maybe 1.75. I was maybe an hour and 45 minutes into my stream, and it seemed like all hell broke loose around here. So, what did I just do? That's interesting. That's new. I'm going to have to figure that one out. So, we will see. I was trying to get all my socials right down here, but for whatever reason, I can't get them to go from one side to the other side. So, all the hell with them for tonight. I'll try and figure that out for Thirsty Thursday. So if you are watching me on Facebook, thank you for all your love and thank you for all your support. Uh, I really do appreciate it. If you are watching me and you are not a follower, please go right down here. There's a follow button. Smash that follow button. Turn on all your notifications. That way, every time that I come live at you, or I bring you some gaming on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, you will be notified about it. If you are watching me on YouTube, thank you very much. You have found the home of the Nomad Gamers. Your three knuckleheads that are out in the wilderness playing all these games and reporting back to you, giving you what we think about it. Somewhere over here, you're going to see a subscribe button. Somewhere over here, you're going to see a heart button. And somewhere over here, yeah, somewhere right down in here, you're going to see a thumbs up button. Smash all three of those. Give us some love. Uh, Subscribe, and that way, every time that we come live or we bring you recorded content, you are being told about it. Since it is Tuesday, since it is Talking Tuesday, we are live on Twitch. www.twitch.com/Gozfather. That's GOZ Father 09. Give me a follow over there. Show me some love. I stream every Monday and every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that is Central Standard Time for all you who may or may not want to know. So we're through all of our socials. We are kicking some ass tonight. Me and this Mike, we are gonna get to know each other, and we're gonna have a good time. So what did we play this weekend? I'll tell you right now. I played uh, some of my favorites. I played uh, some Star Trek Online, and I also played a little bit of Minecraft. Now, I do want to tell everybody out there that's watching me that I have been a bad oh shit. I have been a bad guy, and I just broke my mic. I have been a very bad guy, and I haven't been streaming when I've been on for Minecraft, and for that, I do apologize. Uh, Minecraft for me for a lot of years has just been my place to go to relax, let my mind relax a little bit, and just go blah, and just do what I like to do. It has only been very recently where I've been bringing this online content to all of you, and I've been doing Talking Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday now for it's been almost a year. Oh my god, I got to figure out when I started this because we're gonna have to do something very special for the anniversary of Talking Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday. And then Nomad Gamers, that I believe it Nomad Gamers' birthday, I believe, is in October. So we've been kicking some ass, taking some names, and been dropping some games. So, but on Minecraft, we started that. We're still doing that project for. I call it a forward operating base. You can call it an out base. You can call it a second home, third home, fourth home, fifth home. Doesn't matter. Or you can call it a fire base, like I normally call them. But Sweet Katie Pie is very hard at work at the next fob. I'm very hard at work on the subway system for it. I have all of it carved out. So it's 3 wide from point A to point B. Now I'm going from point B going back to point 1 or point A, and I am now making it 3 high, 4 wide by 3 high. And what that does is that allows us to put the walls up and put the roof on and still be 3 by 3. And then here very soon, once I get done with carving everything out, Sweet Kitty Pie will come behind me. She will lay down all of the glass. She'll clean up any water that might be spewing out, and she will be doing all the beautification to that area. And then when she is done with that, hopefully I'll have my pickaxe repaired. I'll have uh, my shovel repaired. Then I will come back down and I'll start working on the floors. We'll go 2 down on the floors, and once I am 2 down, I will lay 1 layer down, and then on the left and the right side, I will go to a second layer, and then Sweet Kitty Pie follows me and puts down a like a lava lane. So what I think I'm going to do for tomorrow night's game stream is I'm thinking that tomorrow night I am going to go ahead and stream a half on Star Trek Online, and then the other half I'm thinking about doing Minecraft, and I might hold off on the whole uh, building of the subway and just take you guys around the block. Just take you around to some of our areas, and I might have Sweet Kitty Pie on with me, and that way she can explain some of the outposts, and I can explain the pretty much everything else. I do see I have one watcher on Twitch. I want to thank you very much for watching Talking Tuesday. Feel free to drop me a comment. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and I am going to babble. And I do a pretty good job at babbling. So the other game I was playing this weekend was Star Trek Online. And I only got to play one day of it. And if you watched the stream last night, you would have seen that I got my ass handed to me about 5 or 6 different times. I went on a patrol and I was fighting the Borg at one point in time. And then I was fighting some other race another time. And I'm starting to like, I'm starting to fall in love with this game. I can almost see myself getting wrapped into this game to the point to where I start learning all the ins and the outs of it. What I do need to do is I do need to go and start doing some missions because I got to get like shield batteries. I got to get uh, weapons batteries. I just got to, I have to restock the USS Stonewall. And by the way, it is going to be the last iteration of the USS Stonewall. I think the next ship that I buy, and if you watched last night, you would know it's going to be an advanced cruiser or it's going to be a heavy cruiser. And I was thinking today, I might go to a heavy escort, which is a smaller ship. I don't know if it's going to be any more nimble, but if you've watched any of the Star Treks on TV, it would be like the Defiant on Deep Space Nine. And I don't know if it can pack as much of a punch as what the Galaxy class can that I'm currently using, or the uh, I think I have a heavy cruiser now, and I think the one I was going to go to was a retrofit heavy cruiser or I don't know how they put it, but it was an upgraded version of what I already have. So I think I'm going to go with the Defiant one and see how that one works out and see what we do there. But uh, it was definitely some fun times yesterday. I figured out why I was so soft in talking, and I have fixed that. So my next stream, you will actually be able to hear my dumbass saying "Beam me up, Scotty," and "Full impulse," and "Take her to warp," and all the other dumb shit that I say whenever I'm playing. But you have to understand, it is me playing, so therefore, that's what I like to do. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and see what uh what we can find for news. Oh, and I apologize now. My back is hurting. Um, my wife says I'm overweight. That's why my back hurts, but it is what it is. Adams Falls developer has said that the British survival game became immediately profitable upon release, despite the fact that a chunk of its 2 million players came from Xbox Game Pass. I have never heard of Adam Fall. Ha! Hey, thanks, Crust Rider. I get that, but man, my back is smoked. Oh, let's see what else we got. Nintendo of America. They're going to be posting a lot. I do believe. Yeah, the pain does come from living. I definitely understand that one. I do believe we are about a week, maybe a week and a half out from the Switch 2 dropping. So we're going to see a whole lot of user reviews on the whole Switch 2. And uh, I'm kind of very curious on what is going to be said about the Switch 2. And I know, Crush Rider, you're not a Nintendo fan. I get it, man. But I have to report on the popular news, my man. Uh, Switch 2 is next in the shoot. Whether we like Nintendo, whether we don't like Nintendo. Uh, Fact of the matter is, that's what we're going to be hearing about for the next probably, I don't know, 4 months. They're going to drop Mario World or Mario Kart World, and then I think they're going to drop Donkey Kong. They're going to drop probably another Mario storyline or Paper Mario. Yeah, there is a lot. You know what, Crest Rider? There is a lot of people out there that feel like you do, and justifiably so. Nintendo has pretty much pissed off all of their loyal customers. I'm one of them. I am not a fan of the $90 game or the $70 game or the $60 game. $60 I can stomach that. But why in the hell are they going to make us pay to play a game that we already own on the new Switch 2? That's the part that's killing me. Some of their language I don't agree with either, but I think that's the world that we're about ready to step into when it comes down to video game developers and the companies who bring this out to us. Hang on. That's because they have turned around and blatantly spit in our faces and expect us to be happy it was raining. You're not wrong, Crest Rider. There isn't nothing here that I can say. I can't say anything about that. What I can say is the reason why I say I think this is the way that the gaming community is going to be going. If you go look at my page earlier this morning, a I found an interview with the Take Two Interactive CEO on CNBC. Is that the one? I don't know. I try not to watch the news channels any, only because everything's so damn political these days, or the fucking sky's falling. But he said a lot of good things in there, and I don't want to talk too much about it because I kind of want to talk about it with Chungus and Fireball around because I want to get their take at it too. Because when it came down to the host asked him, "Is the game done? Have you played it?" He wouldn't comment. But when they asked him if it was broke, he told them it wasn't broke, that they were just polishing it. Oh, let's see. Or it will continue to get worse because all of the rabid fans can't stop throwing money at game companies, so they'll keep doing their stupid anti-consumer shit. You're That's Ryder, I got a question for you. Why are you spitting out so much facts? Like, I can't even argue with anything that you're saying right now because what you were saying is completely true. It's rabid fans. I argue about this all the time on Nomad Gamers. Whenever we start talking about the Fallout franchise, whenever we start talking about the Grand Theft Auto franchise, whenever we start talking about the Call of Duty, even though I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, whenever we start talking about these goddamn companies and what they're doing to the gaming community, I get shut down. But at the same time, there's got to be a happy medium between the two of them. Do I want a polished product? Yes, I want a game that works. I want a game that I can enjoy from day one. I don't want a game that is crashing all the time. I don't want a game where the graphics look like shit. However, and here's the big however, you can't piss on me and tell me that it's raining. You can't do it. So with that, you can't tell me it takes a goddamn decade to get a game going or to get a game released that is polished, that works, that has good graphics. They have so many games out there that they could remaster, slap new graphics on it, keep the same story, keep the same art, keep all that good shit that made that game, keep all of that, and just update the goddamn graphics, throw it out there while you're working on the next great title for that franchise. I have the same complaint with Grand Theft Auto 6 that I do with the Fallout series, that I have with Elder Scrolls, that I have with all these great franchises out there that we are waiting literally sometimes almost 2 decades for. Here we go. Hold on. It is from a place of love that I want to slap the shit out of Nintendo and Pokemon. I want those companies to exist and to be strong in 100 years. I don't want them to run themselves into the ground out of greed. I know Pokemon wasn't part of the conversation, but they're right there with Nintendo. Again, I can't argue with you. I just can't. However, doing a lot of thinking on all the hold on, I gotta readjust. Doing a lot of thinking about how long it's taken video games to come out and doing a lot of thinking of what would I want. And I know that I am a very small point, like a million zeros and one to what sometimes the gaming community wants to see. However, it shouldn't take 15 years to put out a good product. It just shouldn't. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going on year 14. Fallout 76 going on 7 years. About to be 8. Come this November, it's 8 years. My other question is why are these companies so tight-lipped about their new games? Why? Tell us you're making it. Is one of the reasons why you won't tell us that you're making it is because you don't want to have a deadline to hit? The CEO of Rockstar, or not Rockstar, but Take-Two Interactive, going back to that interview, he said they don't want to be slave driven towards a deadline. Newsflash for you, buddy. When you have a product like this, when you have something that is so highly in demand, just think about it. Your trailer just set a view record on YouTube for 24 hours. They own the record for it. So that tells me that if you were to come out, and I know it's not Take-Two, so nobody jump on me, but if you were to come out and say, hey, we are working on a Red Dead Redemption 3, and then drop it for, I don't know, a year, but then you say, hey, here's a video for you. Keep the carrot dangled. If you don't put out a release date, ain't nobody gonna bitch about it. I'm just very highly suspect when it comes to these video game companies taking a decade, 15 years. Hell, let's look at Elder Scrolls. Look at that franchise. Those players are in purgatory right now. Instead of getting a Elder Scrolls 6, which everybody was told before Fallout 5 comes Elder Scrolls 6. Before that dropped, Bethesda dropped Starfield. By the way, thank you. However, Starfield, as much as I love that game, it has so many problems and issues. You can't make a Starfield 2. You just can't. What are you going to do? Put us in another timeline? Are you going to reintroduce the game, but this time with multiplayers? Now that would be cool. How are you going to do it, Bethesda? But, oh, by the way, you just fucked over a lot of loyal fans that wanted to see Elder Scrolls. Hold on, because I knew as soon as I brought this up, Crest Rider was going to have something to say. Fortunately for me, my new Fantasy Life game comes out this week. The early access for the deluxe edition activated Sunday morning. So I have my game, and the rest of the ones coming can take their sweet time. I'm happy for you. I'm really happy that you found your Fantasy Life game and that it came out this week. However, where I worry at is for other players like you who just found their other Fantasy Life game. So when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, whenever the fuck that's going to be, you may or you may not get that gamer back. It's just like with the podcast. It's just like with the business. If you yank people around long enough, they might come once, they might come twice, they might come a third time. But you keep yanking their ass around, they ain't coming back a fourth time. They're just not going to do it. Why are we not talking about Fallout 5? Why are we not talking about all these other fantastic franchises out there who they have potential to do shit? But these companies are tight-lipped. They won't tell the consumer, hey, we're working on 5. Hey, we're working on Red Dead Redemption 3. Hey, we're working on Hitman 3 or Hitman 2. Hey, we're working on a new Star Trek Online. They're not telling us. The ones who do tell us, the ones who do this the best is the sports games, like your Maddens, your San Diego Studios, MLB The Show. They do it the best because they will tell you from damn near the end of the whatever season that they're on, hey, by the way, we're working on Madden 26. Hey, we're working on Madden 27. Hey, we're working on the show 25 or 26 or 27. They'll tell you. They don't care. They know the money's coming. They know it. The show hasn't changed anything that they do in the last 10 fucking years. They just haven't. I think this year they changed up a couple things, but it was minor. It was stuff that we've been asking for. Madden, I swear to God, has not changed since 2003. The only thing that has changed is rosters and the graphics. That's it. And it's still it sells out. They have a huge following. Crush Rider. I'm coming to realize that by the time those games come out, I won't be able to afford them anyway. You are correct. Randy Pitchford told Borderlands fans that it doesn't matter if Borderlands 4 is $80 or more, because if they want it bad enough, they'll find a way to afford it. We're letting the CEO talk to us that way? Really? We're coming to this part where we are letting CEOs talk to us that way. Have they forgot who the fuck they work for? They work for us. They work for the gamers. I don't work for any board member, stockholder. I want to play their games. But if you're going to sit there and tell me that if it's $80 or more, if I want it bad enough, I'll find a way to afford it. Have you seen the economy lately, buddy? It's those kind of comments that rile me up to no end. Since when did gaming become a rich man's game? And I use that term uh, without even knowing that. Yeah, you know what I mean, though. Gaming used to be for the middle class and for kids. Gaming used to be a hobby for people. It still is a goddamn hobby for people. Some people have turned it into a way of life. Some people have went pro. But goddamn, 80 fucking dollars for Borderlands 4. 80. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel, Jesus, please. I fear that here before long, all of the very good games that could be raking in money hand over fist are going to put themselves out of business because of stupid ideas like that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that one. $80 or more. What kid is going to pay $80 for Borderlands 4? None. They're going to wait till it goes to disc replay or to a secondhand hand-me-down store where you can go find these games for 25, 30 some dollars because they're pre-owned. That's what's going to end up happening. It's already happening with some games. I don't know. The gaming community, when I was looking through the old Google today, because I was trying to find something to talk about tonight, because I knew that my two games weren't going to take that much time, and I was really hoping Crest Rider would show up, because whenever he does, nothing against you, buddy, I love you, you know that, but man, some of the things you say trips my trigger and gets me fucking fired up to no end. This is one of them. It actually gets Chungus fired up. It gets Fireball fired up. I don't understand why. If it's getting us three riled up, us three Nomad gamers, I don't understand why it's not getting the rest of the gaming community fired up, and why we're not stomping someone into a fucking mud hole and demanding a change. I just don't. Golly. You know, I would probably pay $80 if the game was worth the shit and it was VR. I'm telling you now, VR is the way of the future for the gaming community. It is. Well, Crunch Rider, I'm not saying that you're good at pissing people off. I'm not saying you're good at pissing me off. But you bring up some of the topics because they're near and dear to your heart that absolutely fire me up because they're near and dear to my heart as well. And this is how you always know that you're talking to a real gamer is when they get fired up over the same stuff. It just happens. So looking forward, unless Crush Rider brings something else up for me, looking forward, see, I'm so mad I can't even talk right now. Uh, tomorrow night, like I said, I'm going to be streaming 4 to 7 Central Standard Time. I'm going to be doing half of it out here in the Shire, doing Star Trek Online. We'll probably do a couple patrols. I'm going to try and do some other things for dilithium. Dilithium is king on that game. If you don't have dilithium, you're really not going to have anything else. Um, and start looking around, see what I can do for some missions in a whole, I think, hour and a half. Then I'm going to take about 10, 15 minutes off. I got to transport my laptop into the house, and then I am going to be streaming Xbox Minecraft, and I'm going to be taking you around the Nomad Gamers realm, and one that is another Crush Rider is in there working hard with us. Some of this is his hard work as well, and we thank him. And we're going to give you a quick tour of everything. I think Crush Rider is still working on the main base's smelter. He is giving it a much needed upgrade. He is taking it from where my expertise ends, and he's taking it further, and that is okay. I will take you down and show you the automatic tree farm, automatic clay farm, what we affectionately call the KFC is the automatic chicken farm. I will take you over. I don't think we have the lights working, but we have a mural room with an automatic fishery that, when activated, the redstone lights go in circles and they like dance around. They do all kinds of fun stuff. We shut that down only because it was bogging down the server. Now I'll take you up top and I'll show you the extremely huge statue that Fireball made. I'll take you over and show you a couple of the buildings that Sweet Kitty Pie made. Then I will attempt to get to a couple of the outposts, a couple of the fire bases. I can't really say much because some of those rides are 15, 20 minutes out to the outpost. It's a hike. I got nothing. I'm stuffing my face and then playing Fantasy Life. Hey, have you been playing any World of Warcraft? I think the big reason why I play Star Trek Online is because it reminds me a lot of Warcraft, World of Warcraft, but free. What have you been doing in Azeroth, my man? I probably won't know if you did any of the raids. I probably wouldn't know them because it's been a grip since I've done anything on that game. I'm always playing World of Okay, all right. Just know that when you go by Orgrimmar, Godfather, the great and the all-powerful Godfather, is perched on the peaks, and I am overlooking Orgrimmar until the great day of my awakening, and I come back to Azeroth to rule in my rightful place at the throne. I leveled a new mark all the way to max and started gearing him. That is, oh goddamn! Sorry for the earthquake. That is probably the hardest part right there is gearing them up. You can do a lot of that while you're leveling them, but to get all the fun stuff and all the cool shit, you have to do that when through like raids and instances and stuff like that. I do remember that part. And Star Trek Online is set up the same way almost. They have that is what patrols are. That is what God damn it, I can't think of the other one. There's 3 tabs. I looked at all of them last night. 4 tabs, I'm sorry. There's whatever that first one is. There is the patrols, there's the PvP, and then there's the private. My goal for Star Trek Online is to find 5 friends, start the Nomad Gamers there, go to our private server, and do our own patrols. Let's see what Crush Rider had to say. Not nearly as hard anymore. They've added many new ways of gearing. Interesting. Delves were added as a means of soloable content that gives reasonably good gear. Yeah, like I said, it's been about a decade since I played that game. I have no clue what you're talking about. I can look it up. I'm going to. The other day I was shit. It wasn't the other day. It was like a good 6 months ago. I started watching all of the World of Warcraft videos in succession from vanilla, and I think I only got to Pandaria before I had to shut it off because I had to go do something. Wow, Crush Rider, I want to thank you, my man. Oh, those are some sort of mini dungeon kind of. Oh, okay, cool. So that yeah, because there's some dungeons in there that would take you literally 8 to 10 hours to do, and then you have to roll for the best fucking gear. What you really hope happened was that you only had one DPS, one tank, one healer, or a couple DPSs, but one healer and one tank. And if you were the tank, you were just hoping that the good shit that dropped was tank gear. Because if you're DPS, you'd have to roll for it. And I don't know where my hunter is. I forget where I parked him at. I got a hunter. I got a blood elf. What else do I got? I got a death knight. I think that's what they're called. Those old long ass raids that took hours are no soloable in like 20 minutes. Or I think you meant to say are now soloable in like 20 minutes. Yep. Okay. So yeah. Yep. That's exactly what you meant. Okay. Well, a decade ago when we were playing with myself and Sweet Kitty Pie and my other buddy, I believe his name was Tiger. When we were all playing, we got to the point to where I think we could do up to Burning Crusades, those raids by ourselves and not have any issues. And I'm not sure which raid it was or which dungeon it was that Leroy Jenkins was born in, but I was able to do that one by myself. It is a pain in the fucking ass though. Uh, and it was only a couple above that before I had to go grab either Sweet Kitty Pie or uh, or Tiger and go in and do it that way. So Upper Black Rock Spire, that is correct. See, once you say it, I understand it and I remember it. So that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad to see that they're doing something for it. The thing that dropped Kitty Pie out and once she left, I kind of left too because I had lost my running parties. Was when they completely revamped the uh, the talent trees, and they kind of made it into a one button you can max hurt somebody, and that's when we kind of left, and that was I think it was Mista Pandaria. I think so because that's the only one I can remember, or the highest I can remember, because you had Cataclysm, and yeah, and Mista Pandaria. Yep, and I remember waiting for Cataclysm to come out, waiting. So the three choices talent trees are gone, replaced by actual tree. Oh, really? They went back. I'll have to tell Kitty. Maybe I won't because then she'll want a big, powerful gaming laptop, and yeah, it'll be game on. I don't know. I might try it out again. I might see if I can't recover my account and go from there. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. We are now at 45 minutes. Man, where'd the time go? Where did the time go? Hopefully, the rest of the week flies by as fast as Talking Tuesday flew by for us. Hey, listen up. Before I go into my spiel on taking us out, the Nomad Gamers are going to be taping tonight, and also we're going to be live. But we're going to be live on Fireball 123D's TikTok and I believe his Twitch. So if you want to get early access to our content, head on over to Fireball, give him a follow, and make sure you're watching about 8 o'clock Central Standard Time tonight. And you will see the other two nomads with me while we chuckle it up and we start having a good time and doing our thing. Hey, that is beautiful that you opened up your mouth and my time disappeared. I'm never going to be upset with that. So, with that being said, game true and game hard, always, and I mean always, game on. You're right over there. I see you. I got you. I see you back there. Keep being you. Keep gaming. Be you. Be true to yourself. And who gives a damn what everybody else talks about and what they think? You be you. And if they have a problem with that, come on over to Nomad Nation. We'll set them straight. Yes, one of those days we'll all have to get back on there together. Yeah, that's a date, Crest Rider. If you are playing a game and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for watching Talking Tuesday. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. If you're not a supporter, if you're not on any of these channels up here, hit the follow, hit the like, hit the subscribe, smash whatever you got to smash, turn the notifications on, and go look for the Nomad Gamers on Facebook. Give them a follow, give them some love. Share it to your mama, share it to your auntie, share it to your boyfriend's boyfriend. I don't give a damn who you share it to. Share the content. We got a lot of good information to come out. So with that, we will see you again. If you watch on Fireballs, you'll see me again tonight. If I don't catch you on tonight, I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Until then, peace and love.